Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another Daily Dice, where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this channel, this ever-growing tribe. I am truly honored to be sharing this time and this space with you. And for anyone that is new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience together, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. Should these messages happen to resonate with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. With that being said, today we are getting messages in regards to love. So, Source, what is the message in regards to love today? Okay. So we'll put that there. On the bottom of the deck, we have Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Okay, so I feel like it's interesting. Before I even get into the dice, I want to talk about this card for just a second. Because I feel like this is saying, look, an arrow is underneath that. Surround yourself with protective energy. And Mother Earth, okay, feel loved and comforted. Yeah, I feel like here's the thing. Like, you've had a broken heart. And it's time to let that be at peace, okay? It's hard to let go of a broken heart when someone's hurt us really, really deeply. And we feel like we'll never overcome that, right? It's important for us to protect ourselves, to come back into this place of wholeness. Even though you've had a heart broken, it doesn't mean that you're incomplete, right? You're still a whole being. You've just experienced trauma from that heartbreak, and that's understandable. Right? It's understandable that you wouldn't feel complete. It's understandable that you're experiencing all types of emotions and that there's so much going on. I feel like with these two messages coming out together and Mother Earth underneath that, saying feel loved and comforted, it's vital for you to begin taking care of yourself here. And in taking care of yourself, you are going to come into this place of being able to embrace this energy of peace, okay? But let's see what else comes out. We have Druid that fell out. Hold the space. It will only happen when you're brave enough to hold the space, okay? And sometimes that's probably one of the hardest things to do, is to hold that space for healing. So, Source, what is the message of love that you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like them to know? What is the message that you have today for love? We've got 4th house, Virgo, and Mercury energy. So maybe there was someone in your life, in your family, that had the, and I'm going to use this loosely, picture perfect relationship. And the reason I say that is because it was like out in public, they were picture perfect. And this could have even been your last relationship, right? Was this idea of picture perfect. You were like known as the power couple, but then behind closed doors, there was all this chaos that was going on here. And I feel like it's time for you to be honest with yourself. And that's what Source is saying here. It's time for you to really open up to that honesty and truth for yourself. To knowing that no matter how many people say you're a power couple, or no matter how many people say you make the best couple, no matter how many people are like, oh my gosh, you guys are so cute together. If you're not happy because of what's going on behind closed doors, or because there's a lot of misery in the relationship that's easily masked when you move out or when you go outside, like, that's something that you need to be honest with yourself here. And that's something that I feel like is coming up. But with the 4th house, we see that this is something that's been going on for a long time within your family. Like, it was easy for your family to hide their difficulties behind the scenes. And then when they would go out, they would do everything to make sure that everyone saw how in love they were. But were they really in love? Or was that just the facade so that people didn't judge them for them having a difficult time or for them being miserable with each other? You know, and Virgo is this energy that's coming in about being perfect. I have to be perfect, because if I'm not perfect, then people are going to judge me, or people are going to see me as something that I don't want to be seen as. And this is an energy that's like, we understand that broken heart. It's like, yeah, they're breaking your heart, but right now it's important for you to embrace peace and to know that transparency will get you a lot further than wearing a mask, first and foremost. And secondly, opening up to people who've gone through similar situations that will help you to heal this so that you can surround yourself with this protection. Because I feel like for you, if this is resonating, it's been really hard for you to be transparent because anybody that you've opened up with, they're like, whatever, you guys are so good together. Like, you guys are the perfect couple. You guys, you're the power couple. Like, how could you ever complain about your relationship? And if people are saying that to you, they're not understanding that your emotions are valid and they're invalidating your experience. So it's important to find support groups here, especially with 4th house and Mercury energy, that you can talk to, or even therapists. Never look down on therapists. Therapy is something that's very vital to our existence. Even therapists have therapists. So it's something that is very healthy for us. But it feels like here it's just really about coming into this space of being really honest with yourself. I'm going to use the angel cards today. This is the Archangel Power Tarot. Source, what more would you like to say in regards to love for this reading? Thank you. Yeah, it's been really difficult for you to find that divine guidance in this because I feel like maybe you've been putting it on everyone else to give you the guidance that you're seeking from yourself. And that's okay, right? We've all been there. We've all done that. It's not like you're alone in doing that, like going to other people to try and help you figure out life. We lean on each other for life experiences because maybe someone else has experienced this and has healed from it. But it feels like what everybody sees you as or has seen you as before. This is way too many cards. That they're biased. Like, the people that you're asking are very biased. And it's becoming more cemented in the emotional ego that I have to appear as this perfect individual. Otherwise, people are going to see me as being the bad guy. But, yeah, it's time for you to move beyond this, right? Prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. And so it's like letting go of the toxicity will help you come into a place of optimism here for yourself. And I feel like that's very vital. We have the Page of Michael, which is the Page of Swords. Truthful, perceptive, analytical, and blunt. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. And I feel like this is talking about soul contracts. So maybe this person's not in your life anymore, but maybe like talking about it is very difficult because people don't see the person the same way that you saw them. But if that's the case, remember, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're going to see all different sides of a person that a lot of people aren't, So it's up to you to validate your experience and to talk with people who've been through something very similar. Yeah, and we have the Ace of Swords, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. And I feel like that's something that's coming through. But also, when the Ace of Swords comes through, it's talking about this is a truth that's being revealed. And it's vital for you to be honest with yourself. You have options. You have opportunities available to you. Maybe the people that you've been relying on up until this point, they just haven't seen the true you, or they're not on the same page as you, and that's okay. It just means that you have to find people that are understanding of the situation that you're going through. Let's see what else comes through here for this reading. This has been pretty intense already. What else would you like to say in regards to love, Source? Okay, I feel like I'm going to get one more of these. What else would you like to say in regards to love? Okay, thank you. And on the bottom of the deck, we have like divine timing, wrong timing, stalemate, perfect timing, and waiting. And so I feel like this was something that was just, it created a stalemate in your life, right? New love, honeymoon phase, childlike, moving on, and a new beginning. And it's important for you to let this go so that you can invite in new love. And this could be anything that you're holding on to, right? An idea, a person that fulfills some sort of label. This could be someone that you thought you would never let go of. Whatever it is, it's just important for you to validate the experience that you had with that person and to honor the feelings that you've had so that you can let divine timing come into play here. This is interesting. Yeah, anxiety, stress, depression, panic attacks, and restlessness. This is what I kept feeling. It's like feeling like no one gets what you've gone through. And really, at the end of the day, no one can truly understand our experiences because we're the only one that sees it from our experience, right? Like from our life, from how we see the world and everything. So we're the only ones that see that. But it doesn't mean that others can't empathize with us along the way and be supportive of us as we go through this. But it feels like your anxiety is getting the best of you here. And it's like holding on to something for the sake of having this picture perfect. I keep hearing that Pink song, I'm less than perfect. And I feel like it's just a reminder that everybody is imperfect. We all have our flaws. Like, no one is putting it on your shoulders to be this perfect couple or to be perfect in life when it comes to love. It's important that you honor yourself where you're at and to know that if it doesn't work out, that's okay. And I feel like not enough people are saying that because they're so scared. Like, well, if it doesn't work out, it means they didn't try that hard. But you know, sometimes it's the wrong time, right? It's the wrong time and we got married to the wrong person or we connected with the wrong person and we thought that it was right. But it's like, would you tell someone who's getting beat by their husband that they weren't trying hard enough? No. Like, or even if you were, would you tell a husband that was getting beat by his wife that he wasn't trying hard enough? No, like that's obviously a toxic situation. We need to stop putting so much value on the contract in and of itself and come down to the fact, is this something that you're happy about? Is this something that can be maintained for the long run? Is this something that's going to create problems long run? You know, these are valid questions to ask. Clear up communication problems with others, but also with yourself. The shadow aspect, drowning. You're going under and barely keeping things afloat. Ask for help. I cannot make this energy up. It is very clear. They're saying in regards to love, it's important for you to ask for help. But look, we have drowning. It just feels like you're suffocating in this. And mirror, reflects your own issues. Like attracts like. So we have the mirror coming back to us. Right? So this stress, depression, panic attacks, restlessness, this feeling of drowning, this is all being reflected back to you from this person, from this situation, so that you can help heal it to bring in this new love, to bring in someone who's meant to be there for you on the journey. But it's hard because it's like, well, I have to let go of something that I feel so identified with. And when you let go of the identity of whoever this person is, right? Then you allow yourself to begin healing. Well, look, we have toxic, destructive relationship, manipulative, gaslighting. Look, the energy is very clear. That's what I was saying. Like, would you really tell someone, oh, you're not trying hard enough if it's a toxic relationship? That's crazy. So someone's just supposed to suck it up because they're getting abused every night emotionally, mentally, and physically? They're just supposed to suck it up because people are so concerned about what this relationship entails? No, like that's absurd. We would never ask a person to do that if we really truly had compassion for people as a whole, right? Like that's just something that we couldn't do because we understand difficulties are going to arise. Now, if you're judging people for small mistakes that they made and saying, oh, they're toxic, then that's something else. You have to be honest with yourself. But here I'm feeling like there's someone here who really is very toxic. But there's like this fear from you, the viewer, that's saying, I can't let go because of, and then enter in whatever that is. But that is what's keeping you drowning. And that's what's keeping you in this place of constantly being triggered as well with the mirror card, right? So see, we have miss you, miss, wait, and eager. And so maybe you're missing this person a lot, you know, and it's like, but I know this person's not healthy for me. Right? So you're either with them still and they miss you when you're gone, or you're missing someone else that could be a new love for you. And then we have affairs. Wow. Mistress and third party. And that's the other thing too, is like, if you're in a toxic relationship, what's the chance of an affair happening? You know, and that's always something to look at. It's not out of fear. It's just saying, like, if you're in a position where you're unhappy and you're not getting fulfilled, it's easy for us to go and seek that from someone else who's willing to do that rather than us to work on ourselves. And I feel like it's so important for you to work on yourself here, to be honest with yourself. Not that you would go and have an affair, but it's just something to look at so that you can heal yourself so that's not happening. We have home, refuge, belong, and haven. And it's important for you to feel like you belong with yourself, right? You have to take care of yourself here. All right, let's get a romance angel card and see what comes through. Source, what else in regards to love? What would you like to say here? flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others and to yourself. Like, life doesn't have to be so serious either. And I know this is a serious topic. I know this is a serious reading, but it's okay to flirt. It's okay for you to be out there and to engage with others. I feel like for many of you, this is someone who holds a title. And, you know, I'm not trying to be that person, but I feel like you need to say, like, this is my soulmate, or this is my twin flame. And you're not actually with this person. Like, there feels like there's a separation here, but you're experiencing all of these energies and this fear and this anxiety. Like, I can't move on. Or for some of you, it's someone that you were with, or you can't leave yet because of the anxiety that's coming up. And they're saying that if this is someone who holds a label in your life, that like it has to be that person, remember that you're putting yourself in a position to not fulfill your true potential when you do that, because you're saying it has to be exactly how I want it to be. And that is emotional ego. That's not the definition of love, right? So we have to release that and come into this place of being lighthearted about how we approach this. And then we have, look, new love again. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So this could be that you're in a connection right now and you have someone that you're interested in, but you don't want to have an affair. And again, no judgments here. And please, no judgments on this channel. Okay, we're all human. You don't know what a person's going through for them to choose the things that they choose. If you wouldn't choose it, then that's fine. Honor that you wouldn't choose it, but know that another person has to honor where they're at on their journey, okay? And everybody's different. So for us to just start hating on people because of the things that they've chosen in life, that is not love. Okay, that is the antithesis of love. But here we see this. So maybe there's like somebody here that's definitely sparked your interest, but you don't want to have an affair, but you don't know how to leave because of this fear. They're saying that it's important for you to find that honesty within yourself so that you can choose the path that's right for you. I'm never going to be one that encourages affairs. Not ever. Okay. However, I do understand that life happens. Okay. I understand that things happen, but it's so vital that if you get caught in a situation like this where you're having an affair, you have to remember it's not just you that's involved. It's you, the person that you're with, and the third person that's involved in this, and if they have anybody involved as well. Okay, so this is not just about you in this situation, which is why it's so vital for you to be honest with yourself. Again, no judgment. I'm just saying this is something that you can choose to be honest with yourself and choose to see it as a situation. There's so many people involved here. I wouldn't want to get hurt in this way because I doubt that anybody would. So what would you do to ensure that you wouldn't get hurt? What would you want someone to do for you? And that's really the best place to start at, okay? Now, if you have had an affair, if you've been in a situation like that before, just know it's no judgment, that people have to make the choices that are best for them. And if people are judging you, then, you know, I've found that the most judgmental people in that situation are oftentimes the people who have done it themselves, okay? So I'm just saying, like, it's very strange, but that happens. I would say probably 9 times out of 10. That is what happens. But again, we're getting into a very deep energy here. It's a very huge reading. I wasn't expecting it to go this long, but on the bottom we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Okay, so look, we have this there's just not enough. There's just not enough there to keep whatever it is that you're stuck in going, where you feel like you're drowning, where this person's mirroring your situation back to you. There's just not enough to keep it going. So if you're single, don't be afraid to put yourself out there and just see what's possible, right? And if you're with someone and this is this situation, what do you need to do for yourself so that you can come into a place where you're powerful and empowered enough to make a decision that's right for you, okay? Let's take a look at your card. Wow, this card doesn't want to slide. Wow, we have the Autumn card coming out. Release the old and rest. Okay, so this is a very clear message in regards to love. Releasing the old and coming into this place of rest so that you can be open to receiving the new, right? Let's see. Autumn, mountain, stag, seasons. There we go. All right, release all of the pressure and expectation weighing you down. Shed it all so that you can recover before moving into a time of renewal. Autumn is when the trees are preparing for a long, cold winter and must let go of all the weight they are carrying in order to continue to grow and to prosper. Sometimes you just have to surrender in an aspect of yourself in order to continue to grow and prosper. The raven on the autumn card shows that there is an opportunity to heal at this time. In Celtic animal medicine, the raven is a bird of healing and initiation. The healing it brings is a shift that allows you to move into a more powerful psychic space where you can be more aware of your needs and desires and be better supported. You know what is heavy and what is holding you back. Is it a person, a situation, a dream? Like the trees letting go of their leaves and the fruit in the autumn, it's time to let it go. When you hold on, you try to control reality, and that never works. When you let go, you make space for the new to enter your life, and you are being guided by your angels and nature herself to release whatever is stopping you from moving forward. And you can do this. When the autumn card arrives in the future position, okay, it's talking about in the future, we don't really have that. It can also indicate that the coming autumn will usher in important energies with regards to your questions or intentions. And it's interesting because where I'm at right now, we are just about to end the first month of autumn. So we're deep into Libra season where I'm at. So right now we're trying to release the old so you can bring in this new love that's been said in this reading. Okay, this was a very difficult reading. If you made it all the way to the end, first and foremost, here's a big energetic hug. You're doing an amazing job at living life. Okay, life is hard. There is no book for dummies on life. It's from experience, and experience is from us making mistakes and weird decisions and awful decisions and amazing decisions and going down weird alleys and coming up really beautiful streets. Okay, so honor the fact that you're here and you're doing it. That's a huge thing, right? I love you so much. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little raven emoji down below and say, I choose to release the old, knowing that it is holding me back and keeping me from embracing my true potential. And I step up into who I'm meant to be. And if it resonated, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join me as a member, and I would love to see you on membership. So if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here, but I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my spirit guides for coming together to give us this deep, intense message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.